You bitch, open up.
No, kitty, that's a bad kitty.
All right, 2 minutes, buddy. I'll be right back.
Meow. You back? No? Okay.
What? That's it?
should have nearly spilled my coffee.
Man,
Oh! Give me a second. I'm not hearing you. Let me find my headset. There we go. Alright.
I waited a minute for you and or listened to you bang around and shit, and was like, how in the fuck are you making coffee? Like, how do you make that shit? And banging and shit. And then I went and made my own coffee and came back and waited more because you were still making your
Well,
coffee.
No, because I'm using one of those the French thingies where you put like beans and water, and then you wait for it to boil and pass through the thing, and then
You have an
yeah,
espresso
because the whole thing, like the metal thing that you boil everything, has a broken handle. I have to hold it with like a fucking towel or something because it's brutally hot and stuff tends to like
you
break.
can 3D print that.
No, sorry, what was that? I can 3D print that.
New handle.
Yeah, no, like I've had a lot of decent
Let's go,
ideas
man.
on how to improve my
Living area.
my existence here.
Oh, here, let me.
Oh, did you saw the video?
Yeah, watch it. Hold on. Not Amazon. You're Amazon UK, right? Like, do you order from Amazon? Or no?
I suppose I could, yeah. What?
Um, like, I just think, like, you'd be spending a lot of money on this FT5 for, like doing any of those things. You could definitely get one cheaper and
Say, yeah, but I don't want one. I want two. Right?
yeah.
I want to start with two, and I also want them to be compatible with new updates and new upgrades, and not to be like enclosed in a expensive shiny case, as you said earlier.
Yeah, I'll look
Plus,
in between
I
that.
also want the nozzle, I think it's called, to be able to operate with every freaking roll I put in. Like not a specific one from one
Well,
company.
most are like that. Of course, yeah, you don't want exclusive stuff there. Yeah, and the only difference will be on all your first two here. They won't do like super high temp stuff, but you'll be able to do your average stuff. I mean, I don't even do super high temp stuff yet.
So the F5 is not capable of.
You can upgrade it because you just change your nozzle. You change your
Yeah,
nozzle, and then you would probably end up having to change your motherboard and some other stuff. But like that's where like any other printer, you can make some changes like that. Not maybe not any other, but there's other ones. Like the specific one I was thinking of. There's a what is it? The FL Sun would probably work all right for you.
mm,
As a decent first one. If you got two of those and they were working and you did some upgrades to them, I think you would like those. And they'll be like half as much as the whatever as the FT5 base price. And then
they're gonna be twice as much.
half as much.
Oh, half as much.
Yeah. Now the FT5 will be a little bit more accurate maybe, but like you can do like what makes the FT5 more accurate, you can do as an upgrade to the FL Sun, and then it's just as accurate, you know.
Mhm.
And mine honestly is really great, and I only did one upgrade to one of mine.
Which is what you the motherboard or the nozzle?
I just changed the nozzle out because it's a Bowden, which means it has the extruder on the side of the printer, and then it pushes the filament through a tube down to the heated nozzle.
Uh-huh.
And direct drive is where that motor is right over top of the the heated nozzle, so that you don't have a big long tube, because those tubes can be a pain in the ass, and like a lot of people complain about Like, I just saw
Mhm.
someone else complain about them, and no one had anything good to say about them, and it's just like, you know, it's a tiny little metal clip that a piece of nylon or whatever that is, PFD
Mhm.
tube, has to
I'm pretty
push
certain
through.
it's
Anyways.
like you could if it's a simple metal object, I'm pretty certain you can actually like manufacture one yourself or a friend of yours
Well, then, like,
with
you'll see when you end up messing with one of these Bowden tubes.
yeah, no, definitely. I'm
Pain in the
guessing.
ass they are, but
I'm not
yeah.
trying to
Oh
be a
yeah,
smartass. I'm just guessing.
there are people here. You need a machine gun?
No, I have two machine guns.
Oh, okay.
I have a sub and M1 carbine, so I'm pretty decent. Maybe a scope. I'm trying to get the hang of the scopes. I got some pretty decent kills with the.
Here, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go find these guys.
Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna be landing on rooftops. Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite spot here. All right. Let's wait here. Almost there.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, it is. Let me see the surroundings. I got the high ground. I'm Kenobi.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything.
They're in the bunker
Right over
in the
there.
forest. Yeah, pretty certain. I mean, that's where the
That shooting.
dogs, where the sound is. Just give me a second. Give me a second. On the high ground. Oh, food.
Someone on you?
No, food. I forgot I have only one piece of food.
I only have one piece too. Oh, on me.
Where? In the forest? Wait. Where is he?
What? He got me with just.
So
He's just behind
told you
that thing.
freaking
He's all
wait,
fucked
man.
up.
Back.
None of them were looking, and I got one so easy, and then the other one just moved around like crazy. I didn't quite kill him.
The fuck is he? Where is he?
Just go be right. Shoot him.
I can only see him. Where are you? Fuck. Oh man. I was on the scope. Couldn't see him. Where are you, buddy?
You got a machine gun, just go forward and shoot him with that.
True. Forgot I had it. Shooting.
Shoot,
And
go
where?
through the window. Go to the window. The window at 105. He's through the wall. That's where he's shooting from. But go to that window. You might be able to see him there. Through the crack in the wall. That's where he's shooting. To your 105, 120.
Mm-hmm.
See right there. He's right there still. He's right the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
You knew he was right there. Like, he saw his fucking bag above you.
Dang it. I couldn't see the back.
It's all good. Now I get to... Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, no. That's Warhammer. Never mind. Let's see. Is there anybody else? I don't know anyone else.
No, you're the only guy on my list here in the game, so no one else is playing.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go.
So how much does the muzzle cost? Like the replacement of the muzzle?
It just depends on... Like, so...
The one that you changed?
For me, the average nozzle, which is either an E3D or a knockoff, they're like $2 to $5, and then if you get a hardened one, which can do like special filaments, they're like $20 a piece. And I change those out occasionally. Some early off, they might clog a little more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've got them down now to where I don't fuck them up, or I'm around here to catch them if they do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's those, your extruder, which is the motor and then the assembly around it that ends up, you know, pushing the filament. There's like what I was using, and shit, there's someone on me.
Dang it. Dude, I don't know.
Oh,
One
are you
second.
kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's
And I
fucking
need a
funny.
weapon. I need a weapon first.
Well,
And then
whatever. I'll
I'm
look
gonna
for
try to
flares.
avenge you.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I was using a Titan Arrow, which is a really nice extruder. It works great. It's real compact. Um, it's direct drive. It's like 120 euros or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a European company. And now some of the
That's
China
good.
brand ones are about half that. So you can get those down to about 20 USD to 30 USD from China.
To be fair, no, to be fair, a price like that is not that much of a problem. If it's 100 or 200 euros, it's fine. If
Right, right.
if I know that it's made to to not break that often,
Well,
I'm
when
gonna
you
get that instead of the cheap one.
well the neat thing is though is when you just see the assembly of these things, the China made ones are just as nice. I mean, sometimes even
Mm-hmm.
better, you know. Like because everyone's kind of changing shit up. Like I've seen some ones that China has done that I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty fucking cool." Like I might want to try it. Like they just, took someone else's, Western design and made their own. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
recently I've been using a Bondtech, which a Bondtech, one of the nice things with the Bondtech is it's a dual direct drive, uh, or a dual gear drive. So
Mm-hmm.
with like
Mm-hmm.
with the Titan, it's one toothed gear and then just an idler smooth gear on the other side, and that tooth gear grabs the filament and pushes it or pulls it. But with the Bondtech, it has two teeth gears, and then they're synced up, from a gear
Mm-hmm.
behind it, and it grabs on both sides. So that's especially
Yeah, yeah,
useful if
yeah,
you're going really fast or if you're using flexible or some of these other things. So, and that's like an 80 or $90 extruder. It's not quite as
yeah. Uh-huh.
compact as the Titan Arrow, but you can. It's not too much to sacrifice to run it. Um, but what is it? The neat thing is though is there are China knockoffs, and did buy them and don't have a problem with that honestly. And they work fucking great. They're really nice, and they're cheaper than these arrows I was using beforehand. So it's I can buy 3 of these Vitex for 1 arrow. Um,
Huh.
yeah, and I found a setup that seems to be pretty interesting. I bought all the parts for it. So E3D is a company that makes that Titan Arrow, and they've kind of made like what I would consider one of the main industry standards in like nozzles and heat blocks and everything else like that. Maybe they didn't make it, but I think they solidified it. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
um, they created a water block, so there's a water cooling system that you can end up using to water cool the heat block um, air
Holy
cooling it
shit.
instead of air cooling it.
Dang, that's like a high-end PC cooler or something like that.
I mean, it's not that much. I mean, so they sell like if you were gonna buy the water cooling kit, it's like 200 pounds from E3D, or 250 maybe. Um, and then you would also, yeah, and that would like include your extruder and the pump and everything else like that. Now, if you buy, yeah, you can actually not buy any of those, and you can buy it all China and spend like 150 pounds instead of like 250, and you can get more. So like what I ended up
Mm-hmm.
or better stuff. So like what E3D sells you is decent, but like I ordered a bigger radiator with a Noctura 120 millimeter fan, which Noctura is a much higher quality fan than whatever China brand fan E3D would sell you anyways. They'd sell you a nice fan, but I'd rather have the Noctura one. And then, the pump is just a water pump, so you can buy that. And then you buy the hoses and like clamps, and that's all you need. And then
Uh-huh.
I bought from China the heat block. But anyway, so what this will do is it's 2 of these direct drive extruders butted right up next to each other that then goes down into a water cooled heat block, that then goes down into, or not heat block, but that's the heat break. And then
Mm-hmm.
there's the heated block that Ys both of those streams into one nozzle. So only one will
Uh-huh.
push at a time, but it'll push, 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 and then just like pull it back a little bit, and then it'll let the other one start pushing, and it'll exit out of one
Uh-huh.
nozzle. See, the big problem with two
Uh-huh.
nozzles is the second nozzle has to be completely level, and leveling it can be a pain in the ass. And then two, if one nozzle clogs and the other one doesn't, pain in the ass. If when you're doing dual prints, there's ooze. So if a nozzle is not going, then plastic for a little bit will melt out, and that'll get on your print, and it just and then you got to clean it up, or you got a little bit of red where they're supposed to be white, shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. So
Mm-hmm.
so all that can be annoying. So, anyways, this setup otherwise would have cost, I think, 300 to 400 pounds, and I bought everything for like 150. I didn't quite price it out. I'll have to look at it again, but um,
No, no, I get
it
like
was
the
it was
basics
a
of it.
considerable savings there, and I can show you that setup, especially when I get it, because I ordered that like 2 3 weeks ago now. Hopefully, it should be showing up any day.
Mm.
AliExpress.
Well, I mean, yeah, thanks for the info. I mean, it sounds even more complex as I supposed. As I hope.
Yeah, and I'm putting
But
both of
I
those
gotta
with
like
Target
have
because of
it.
this printer that I
Like
have.
I have to play with it to understand, I suppose.
Oh yeah, yeah. Here's
Um,
an FL. So this, yeah, this one looks decent. Let's look at that one. Oh, that's an Ender. Okay.
focus everything.
Who the
Why
fuck
is no
is?
one coming here? Amazing. Get in the hole, god dang it.
Is it dual? What? Oh, that's kind of cool how they did that. I guess. Kind of cool. An everyone thinker. Hmm. Removable, magnetic, and flexible PEI.
Hmm.
That's nice. Super quiet stepper motors. That's nice.
Hello.
Dual MOSFET
Hello,
UV.
boys.
That's super nice.
What? How the fuck? You goddamn hack. Jesus Christ, you don't even see those in Counter-Strike. What?
Okay, this one looks decent for the... Here, before you start, I'm gonna link you a couple. Look at that one.
So anyhow, I made a bank account. I linked it to PayPal. I'm just waiting for PayPal to confirm the bank, which is going to happen in the next several days.
Ooh.
And I'm getting like the cash transferred so I can purchase it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was aiming for those F5s, F6, I mean,
Yeah. Well,
because they're
yeah.
gonna arrive after I
I just,
order it.
I
It's
just,
gonna arrive in about
I,
so.
I just honestly would recommend bang for the buck. I think you can get, cause all those parts, if it's a U.S. company, like what you're paying for will be from parts from China to come to the US to get put into a box to get reassembled and then to be shipped back to you to the UK. And
Hmm.
you might as well
Hmm.
just get it straight from China, or at least from China to the UK warehouse and then to you. That way you're
Hmm.
not paying for the boat there and back.
Right. So okay. So you're telling me that this specific U.S. company is assembling Chinese
Well, it's
um,
like
mechanics and.
all these parts are Chinese. Like
Uh-huh.
just about everything on a 3D printer. There might be some things that are like, maybe partial to them. Like maybe they have their motherboard made specifically, um, but like it's still a China-made motherboard. Like there's only China making motherboards. Um,
Hmm.
it's that type of thing. Now, so check out this indoor. Did I just link that one? Let me see. Sorry, I was
Well,
messaging someone.
I gotta shut down the game because my
Oh, okay.
computer's gonna crash.
No, 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 you're
So
fine.
yeah, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm
Hold
gonna
on.
do it.
There's gonna be
I'm
someone
interested.
else coming in. So, and I'll make a note on this one. I have one of these, and I like it. Took me a bit, and I don't know. You might think about one of. No, I wouldn't buy this one, but I just want to show you that I have it. I have one of these. I like it.
Because that's a small one though. The last one that you sent me.
The indoor is a little bit smaller, yeah, but it does look like it's like a solid design. Like that one looks like it would probably, in my opinion, run really decently. Um,
Mhm.
and it would be, oh, that's pretty big. Really? Wow. Hold on. Let me look at this one. This is, ooh, direct drive. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Check this guy out. This one looks fancy. I like
I
the.
checked the one with the gorillas, the one that you sent me.
Okay.
F
Um,
FL Sun.
yeah. I give this one 3 stars, or I don't know, four
Mhm.
stars maybe.
Hmm. All right,
Four
but I'm aiming at
stars,
five
bang.
plus. Five plus.
No, hold on. Look at this copy master. This copy master is fucking huge. It's 500. If you got two of these things, you'd be. I mean, that's bigger than anything I've got at the moment. Like, I have one that's I think 500, but or two or
No,
three,
no,
but
no,
they're
no.
broken.
You said you have the F6, and F6 is 75
Hold on,
centimeters. That's 750 in 1x, right?
hold on. What? No, it's 13 inches or 12 inches, something like that. 12, 13 inches is what it is, and then a little bit more down. It's 300 by 400 millimeters.
Hmm.
Yeah, so these
No,
these
bro.
are all
Give me a second. No,
these are all comparable. But this other one,
give me a
the
second. Give me a
Copy
second.
Master Pro. That looks. I mean, honestly, I kind of like this bitch. Like, I'd like to get a. I'd like to possibly buy one of those just to check it out. Um,
Forger? Was it called Forger? Or
Folger Tech.
Folger
Yeah,
with an L?
yeah.
Folger.
Right, right. Let me see. Where's this at? Yeah, Folger. FOR or
Yeah, got it, got it.
FOLGER. Yeah,
All right,
technology.
so the FT6 is, I'm literally looking at the statics, the schematics. It's massive and it says 720 by 350 by 400.
Yeah. So yeah, the
So
FT6
that's
is.
massive. That's 72 centimeters
Oh yeah, no,
in 1x.
sorry, I've got the FT5. Yeah, the FT6 is a bigger one. Yeah, this thing's
Mm,
huge.
mm, mm.
I
And I was
forgot
looking at
about.
that because the price is still right. Probably the delivery, it's not going to be that much of a problem. Maybe a couple of $100 or so
Yeah, yeah.
per box because those come in box. I actually saw a video on YouTube by
So let me see.
grown
So
up
what would
a
you?
dude assembling this one, this big beast right there. And I'm like, yeah, this is huge. This is massive. This is bigger than my.
699, 799. So I'd probably do. No, I'd probably go with no extruder and print my own. Well, I don't know. How much are they charging for an extruder? I guess I'd probably do the direct
Like
drive.
I could actually get two different ones.
That'd be 800. I would go with two of them that are identical. I mean, I don't know. Now you could also maybe do something where you did like one of these and maybe two smaller ones like these other ones. Cause this guy's fucking huge, bro. There's not gonna
Well, that's the
be.
idea. That's why I love
Well,
the FT6 because you can
well,
make
here,
massive things,
let,
but then
let,
again,
let me.
correct me if I'm wrong, because
Mhm.
I'm not certain about it. But if you have the FT6, you can make massive things with very fine detail, correct?
Yeah,
Depending on the nozzle.
But here,
Yeah.
let me give you uh, some ideas of stuff. So like the kind of standard for most people is a point 0.4 nozzle. Now that's kind of standard because most people are printing stuff that's under 12 inches. And when you're doing a
Hmm.
point 0.4 nozzle for things that are, I'd say, up to 10, somewhere around in there, if you're running
Hmm.
at a decent speed, 75 to 100, you're still looking at
Hmm.
20 to 40 to 50 hour prints, depending on your settings. And I've even gone up
Hmm.
to 75 hours under 12 inches for a for a print like that.
Right.
So if you talk about this thing being about 3 times as big as that, if you were to
Hmm.
print something with the average point 0.4 nozzle, you'd be looking at prints that were in the hundreds of hours. So you'd be talking about prints that ran for days. Now, where
Hmm.
you'll make a difference is you'll go with a bigger nozzle, which won't look as smooth. But again, like you're talking about shit that look real smooth and real great the size of your hand, where this is going to create stuff the size of your chest. You can go to a point 0.6 or a point 0.8. That will probably be what you want to keep on this one as a point 0.6 or 0.8 because changing nozzles, it's not bad, but it is slightly annoying. And
No,
I,
I can live with that. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna get the same two F6 if I can't find any bigger and cheaper models, and
okay,
then I'm gonna change one of the nozzles. So one of them is a fine one, and the other one is a big one, as you said.
no, you wouldn't
So
want
I
to do
can
that.
print.
I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, that would defeat the purpose. Like, if you want, eh, I wouldn't necessarily do that because anything that's going to be real
Hmm.
fine quality, like what this is doing,
It's gonna be small.
yeah, it's going to be super small, and you can still do
Uh-huh.
that with a smaller printer. Just get a decent smaller
Right,
printer that's
right,
half
right.
that's half the price and run the small shit on that. This will be great
Hmm.
though. Like if you want to use, what I would recommend is you'll end up buying these and then swapping the dual setup out for like a different dual setup, or
Hmm.
just go with the single one and then go to a dual. Uh, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like if you want dual, buy the dual one, experience that Bowden tube, and then there's all the upgrades on Thingiverse you can print out to get you a direct drive. But
Hmm.
I mean, dude, if for another big one, a comparable big one, the Everyone and that Copy Master, those are fucking huge. Now
Hmm.
the Copy Master has a smaller one. I mean, the smaller one for 273 still looks great. 300, 300, 400. Um,
If this is the big version of the Copy Master, I'm gonna go with the big one. So again, the ability to make massive models,
mhm.
regardless of how long it's gonna take, but the capability to do small models with very, very high details.
Yeah.
So if the Copy Master 3D, the one that you sent me, the one that it's a Pro 500, if you can make like as you said a 10-inch or smaller model with a very, very high end details, I'm gonna get that one. Probably gonna get the two Folger as well, or I can get two of the Pro 500s and one Folger Tech F6, something like that.
Mhm.
I
That's
don't know. Does it sound logical to you, or?
yeah, yeah, no, it definitely does. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think business wise, and I mean, because that'll be a real good, real good offering. Saying, hey, look, we got the FT6, and I mean, two of them would be great too. Um,
I'm pretty certain two of every version would be great, at least like
well,
as the
of course.
minimum. Because if a person orders like 10 models and it's gonna take about 12 hours per model to print, then yeah, definitely gonna need at least one more printer to do the same thing, I
Mhm.
suppose.
I mean, but that's you get started. You do. It's no
Oh
big
yeah, yeah,
deal.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
no big deal
yeah,
to
yeah.
do that order for one person. It's when you get that order 3 times that you're like, oh, okay, now this will take a month. Like, I definitely need to buy some more printers. Um, you know.
Yeah, got it, got it. I understand. I understand that in the beginning it's gonna be small order. At some point it's gonna go
Now,
brutally fast.
now, so something maybe like this. Like the ones I sent you that are real big, they'll be real decent, but like I don't know. I just imagine. or at least for me. This one, this one kind of looks decent there.
So this one, the one that you sent me,
Mhm.
the 500 is in the UK, free delivery in the UK. That's amazing. Which means delivering from UK to my place is gonna be like at least 10 times cheaper than ordering it from the States, which is great. It's
Yeah.
gonna fly here. It's not gonna be on a ship, probably on a truck. It's either on a truck or on a plane, because then that's gonna be like again at least 10 times cheaper, which is terrific. So
Yeah.
I might, if you don't have any other good suggestions on like high-end small detail printers
And that's what I
other
was.
than this
That's
one, I'm
this
gonna
is.
go for this one.
Yeah, this is what I was looking at. I was trying to say because I mean, if you want to do stuff that's the size of your hand and smaller, there's probably an even smaller printer that, and that's what I was kind of looking at here was. Oh, did you?
I'm not talking about a smaller
Oh, there we
printer.
go.
I'm talking about like
Well, I'm saying,
500, 500 millimeters, but very fine details. That's perfect for me. That is like
yeah,
great. That's half a meter by half a meter by
I mean,
great.
when you say very fine detail, I keep thinking of like I did have an order for like miniatures, and they were
Mm,
fucking like 2 inches. You know, they were really small, and I did a decent job on them, but a resin printer would have been better. Now I'm not recommending buying a resin right now. I was just trying to see if there's another one out here that would possibly do that or be a little better out of the box. You know, if you're
mm,
gonna have two, three, four printers, one of these, if you, you'll have one, one or two of those FD6s set up for. I would set up at least one for doing big, massive shit, and then practice, stuff that's 2 feet long, and
mm,
do
mm,
that. And then you can have, your other one doing work or whatever set up for an average nozzle,
mm,
point
mm,
6
mm,
or 8,
mm.
and then your other still big printers. I mean, because these are fucking big. You can do whatever you want with them, but like maybe one of these you have like a point 0.2 or a point 0.1 that you're working on like, small shit. Like,
Yeah, I thought there were you can go lower than point 0.1. I thought you can go like 0.005 or something.
well, 0.005 is the layer height. Like that's the Z that it's going with. So what you can extrude out of a nozzle, yeah, I think a point 0.1 is like the smallest. And if you're printing at a point 0.1, you're taking like 6 hours to print something the size of your fingernail. You know.
Hmm. I get
Um,
it. No, I understand the
I've
freaking
never
time
even
span is
fucking
gonna be
tried.
massive.
I've never tried fucking with that stuff. But this is what I was at. There's a couple of these like a bit more enclosed ones. Ooh, that's interesting. Alright, printing and choose printing different types. Double Z-axis driver.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. Right, I'm trying to find a specific small little thing to show you what I'm gonna do with the printer that does fine details on it.
Yeah, like these other ones, I would say are like really good supporting ones, but I don't know how amazing they'll be with super, super fine.
Right. So take a look at this.
Breakpoint
Um,
printing. What is this one?
Now, this one is going to be done. If I do something as big as this, is going to be on the F6, right? Because the details are not that
I mean, it'll still be good,
fine.
but yeah, you'll have to, yeah, you know what you mean.
But if I want to do something 10 times smaller with even finer details, I'm going to do the 500 by 500 by 500.
See, I would possibly, yeah. See, those would be good. That'll look great on a 500 or something else like that. But like, if you were gonna do real small shit, I would say, stuff under your hand, or maybe like, some
Hmm.
tricky stuff that, like, say,
Hmm.
like the one like I just sent you has, uh,
Hmm.
it's got the
I
nice,
just saw it. I just
yeah,
saw
it's got the
the
nice,
3D technology 3D printer,
yeah,
right? X Pro thing. Uh-huh.
yeah, it's got the Wi-Fi. That's nice. It's small, but it is dual direct drive. Um, what is it?
Free 1 year warranty, also guaranteed. Terrific. 120 degrees Celsius. Great. What are the right? How do you see more product details? Yeah, there we go. Nope, it's not there. Mhm. So that's 600 euros. I mean pounds. Okay. I
Uh,
can't see the maximum capacity of the working area.
it's like
Oh,
one.
oh, oh, there it is. There it
Yeah.
is. There it is. Right. So,
So it's like what,
uh-huh.
6 by 4
That's
inches?
that's massive though. Oh no, that's the mass. That's the product dimensions.
Yeah, no.
55 centimeters, 36 by 36. But that's I think the whole case, not the working area.
So I'm not
Yeah.
sure if this is a like I was trying to figure out the differences between that one and this one. They look to be the same company, just uh,
Mm-hmm.
slightly different.
Hmm.
I don't know if this one is the better of the two. I think this one is the
With the
X.
flexible filament, the last one.
Yeah, I think this one is the yeah, okay, look at it. It's bigger. It's a bigger bed, 270, 200, 200. And then
I can't see those digits. Regular.
it's right up in the name.
Oh,
It's
oh,
yeah,
oh,
270,
oh,
200,
yeah, yeah,
200.
yeah.
And then max
Oh,
printing temp 250, and then the the B can go up to 300, which 300 is good. Like a lot of printers will max their nozzle out at 250 to 260. So
mhm,
having one that can go up there to that is interesting.
mhm.
Uh, ventilation printing or enclosed constant temperature printing.
No, but
That's
those
interesting.
those are already enclosed, right? You can't upgrade these, right?
Like yeah,
I
this
mean, you
one.
can, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass, right?
Yeah, like you wouldn't be doing upgrades to like make it bigger. Like this would stay a small
No,
consent,
I'm
but
not talking about bigger, making it bigger. I'm talking
yeah.
about making it like finer or more sustainable, or
Well, so you,
I don't
this
know. I guess I'm guessing.
so with like what you would be able to do to this one, if in the future there was better stepper drivers that were less noisy, or maybe this company goes out of business and your motherboard burns up, you can put a different motherboard on it and a different screen, and
Mhm,
you can do stuff
mhm,
like that. Um, but one like this, I would imagine, like this out of the box will be easy to do. So the nylon and the carbon fiber, they are, and some of the flexibles, and especially ABS, which I don't print any ABS. I talk people out of when they ask me to do it. I'm like, why do you want to use
what is
ABS?
an ABS? What's an
ABS,
ABS?
it's a type of filament, and it was like the very first when 3D printers were getting real popular, like what was out there and what everyone was using, and then PLA came out, and PLA was so much better. But
Mm-hmm.
ABS, it's just shitty. It just curls and it's blah blah blah. There's a
Mm-hmm.
ton of different reasons why it sucks, but if you wanted to print with it or you got forced to, having an enclosed um, printer is the way to go about it. Um,
Right.
and I've successfully printed carbon fiber without it being enclosed, but this type of stuff would give you it just give you a little more controlled environment. Like there's times when you want an enclosed one, small.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one. Oh, that's 800 pounds. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but see, so this is, I mean, they're claiming it to be their industrial and uh, backed like backed with a one-to-one Quid Tech service. Feel free to contact. Exclusive and fast support team will reply to you within 24 hours. 1 year warranty guaranteed. That's not bad. Um, yeah, I mean something, and it's not like you have to get one of those, but that would be, if you're talking about I'm not spending money. Um,
Hmm. All right, all right, all
yeah,
right.
we can go back to.
Here's what I'm aiming at. Like I want to be able to do one of these and then something massive. Okay. Now I do understand that the massive ones are gonna take forever to print with a smaller nozzle. I get that,
Hmm.
and I do understand all of those things that you're saying, like put all of these into account. However, I want to be able to do all of those things,
Hmm.
right? So
The nice thing with the empty
I,
sets is
I,
you can
I don't know.
close them.
Oh my lord. Okay, okay, okay. This is one of the things that I want to be able to do, right? Take a look at this. All right, that's fucking mental. I don't even know how you can print that and then clean it
You
without
see that?
breaking it.
Well, that's a resin printer. See, so that's not point zero 0.05. That's point 0. Uh, what was it? Less than that. That's at 0.25, something like that, or point zero zero
Mm-hmm.
0.005. I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So if I can manage to find a printer like that for
Well,
smaller things, and then a printer with a regular like zero,
uh,
I don't know. I'm guessing
I
because
mean,
those
yeah.
are just freaking scary, gorgeous little models.
Let me see here. What do y'all have as a? Oh, you don't have many options. Uh,
Like shit like that, for example.
hmm. I mean, there's. I'm surprised there's not more. And this is just Amazon. And I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying that one, but that's the resin printer does the boats. Um,
Mm-hmm.
get another one of these going.
How do you call that transparent gooey thing that you put over a model in sort of like a small little tub, and then you clean it, like you polish it, and you have like a squarish thingy with a model in it, and it's like transparent. How do you call that? It's not a silicone. It's not like they do that all the time. They do like small little. Let me just find a video because I don't know how to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Give me a second. Um, Clear raisin. Clear raisin. That's what it's called. Got it. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's exactly what I meant. So that's like one of the things that I have as an option to make a minute little gorgeous model, and then uh, fast forward to like the middle of the video, or like the 2/3 of it. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool because then later on you can just polish it, put a handle on it, and there you go. You have a freaking earring or a brochure, not a brochure, but like an amulet or some bullshit like that, right?
Ooh.
Cute, right?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm looking at AliExpress. It's been a minute since I've looked at their. Oh, what's this one? Since I've looked at their printer. So what I sent you was just what's been loaded up on Amazon. But if you get on AliExpress, there's a whole slew of
Hmm.
different printers I haven't seen yet. Some look.
Oh shit, Amazon's. I just looked at the upper left corner of Amazon. It actually does deliver to my place,
Oh, good.
which is Great. That's terrific. Cool.
Terrific. Is that a 500 one? No way. Damn, I want that one. What the fuck is this thing? This thing looks huge. That is. There's a ton on AliExpress. You ever get on AliExpress?
I know what it is, but I haven't used.
Jesus. I'm about to send you some print. I mean, yeah, you oughta just get on that and type in 3D printer. There's more printers on AliExpress than there is any other site. Even in, well, it's because this is where they're all coming from.
Oh,
Damn, this thing looks good.
wait. The AliExpress was a Chinese.
Yeah, it's a China. I mean, they made it fancy. Let's see what the specs are on this guy.
Supposedly originating the name from Alibaba and his Cave of Wonders. Yeah.
Huh?
Have you heard of the story of Alibaba? Like the
Oh, Alibaba?
yeah, and
Mm-mm.
his hidden caves of wonders. I think that's the
So check that one out. That
AliExpress.
one just kind of looks cool. I just like how that one looks.
I don't fucking care how it looks.
Man, shut the fuck up. Look at it. It looks cool. I bet it prints pretty damn good too, but it looks cool. Let's
I
see.
mean,
What is this?
if I buy that, I'm gonna refurbish it. I'm gonna repaint it because that
Okay, here, I'm just showing.
poisonous green is not my cup of tea. I'm gonna make it purple.
Oh, that's silly. That green looks decent. Okay, now look at this one, just because they're showing you like how the extruder is designed and put up there.
Mhm.
So, and then I'm gonna show you another one. So,
I'm looking
so,
at the fan right now. It's freaking scary.
so now this,
I look at those. Oh,
you see how it's set up? Now get this.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm looking at
Here's
the
same
extruder.
company, they upgraded that one. So this is the difference. This is the difference in a same company but an upgraded one. And you see they've now done linear rails across the z-axis.
Oh, oh, oh.
And this one looks nice. I like this Flying Bear Tornado too, or Tornado Pro.
Oh,
Let me look a little more onto this one real fast. All printers have
oh.
12 months warranty. Good. Dual access
You know,
stops at
yeah, but
42.7
what's the
meters.
minimum?
Oh,
What's
good.
the minimum? Oh shit! Layer thickness 0.05. That's that's what we're aiming at, right?
Yeah,
Printer
I mean,
size.
zero zero
That's a
five is,
massive one.
yeah, 0.05 is what is what all printers should do that.
Mhm.
The TCN quiet operation good, dual motor, that's good. Each part is made of metal, that's great. Linear guide, that's cool. Sheet metal housing, that's nice. 10mm wide synchro belt, sure. Hot valid, dual Z, uh, 600-watt power supply, can be heated to 110 degrees, that's nice. Printers don't have Wi-Fi functions, so you need to buy a Wi-Fi module. Double extruder, touchscreen, automatic leveling,
Mhm.
360,
I don't care about the
360.
Wi-Fi though. Like you
The
can
Wi
literally jam in an SD card and it
Well,
starts working,
yeah,
right?
yeah, you can be fine with that. Ooh, look, this has a positioning accuracy of 0.002 millimeters. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's on a max printing speed of 150. Oh shit, dude. Yeah, okay, man.
Is that the one?
I don't know. I mean, look at this fucking pro, dude. This thing, let me look at it some little more. This thing's looking pretty solid, though. Oh, they did do it like that.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay. Mhm.
Hmm.
Some counties need to provide tax. Please tell us. Man, for a China brand one, this is looking really strong right here now. Yeah, it could be stronger, but I like that. I mean, I think it's pretty decent.
No. Take a look at the notice on, scroll down.
All the way.
It's fucking hilarious.
What do you mean?
Well,
Oh, notice. Yeah.
it's absolutely amazing,
You will need to pay.
especially the last
Oh,
one.
some countries think 3D printer can print weapon. Please do not tell them customs clerk the 3D printer is used to print parts. That's funny. Because apparently
Mhm.
someone said, I'm going to print guns with this. And they said, then you're not bringing this in here. And they returned it. That's funny.
Christ.
Yeah, but so I mean, yeah, I like that one. I like that one so far. Um,
So wait, so this one, does it? Do I have to buy all of the rolls from the same company, or can I actually?
no. You'd be able to buy whatever fucking roll you want. Oh, and they're saying there's a new
Mhm.
version. Let's see at this one. This is
New
new.
version of the Frying Bear?
I was just seeing like what's the difference? Uh, mesh glass hotbed adopted. Oh, okay, upgrade. Yeah, so with greater torque. So wait, hold on. Oh, I think these are the same. Yeah, it was just another link saying look updated, but I think this is it is the updated one. Same thing.
That's a very decent price though. So I'm gonna be aiming at one of these, I
Yeah,
guess.
I dig the
And
shit out of that, dude. I'd fuck. And look, they can ship from Germany
mm,
or the Russian Federation, whichever one's closer to you. That's not bad.
yeah, I guess I'm basically in the middle between those two, so it's fine.
What is
Yeah, I'm not buying anything Russian though. In their
it's just a
warehouses.
yeah, it's just a warehouse, but yeah.
No, I know what the Russians do in warehouses. Like they fucking destroy everything they can on a box filled with high techs. They just throw it around, they
So
kick it.
yeah,
I know.
look at the design of this one just to look at it. You can kind of see a different design,
Hmm.
right? Interesting. Sapphire
3D
S.
printer. Yeah, well, that's like it has like double. It's 2 times smaller as a working area.
Mm-hmm. But like what I'm mainly talking about is like your XY belt path. Like what you want to be paying attention to is how the belt path is routed.
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting.
Mm, oh, it's just that in an aluminum box. Eh. Tronics
Soft
Y.
magnetic paste. Shit. Oh, that. Oh. Oh. I'm looking at the motherboard.
What the fuck is the difference? Uh, oh, okay. It's 500. Uh,
Module design. 10-minute assembly. Lovely.
hmm.
I got the small little fans.
Oh, that's cool. 2-in-1 double color extruder Cyclops single head. Touchscreen power zoom. That's not bad, I guess.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, so you have to order it from Russia. That's
worried about unexpected power cows, blah blah blah.
Магистральный экспресс, склад. Jesus freaking Christ.
500
Если
power
вам нужно
cows.
доставки к вашей двери. Holy shit.
So, instead of one of those other ones, this would be up to you on just picking how long you want to wait. And then, but so like I would say this Tronix Y500 would be real comparable to those other 500 ones, or this Copy Master. Let me look at this Copy Master again. So that one's 400. So the Copy Master's cheaper. You know, and
No, but it goes from 300 to 800 per piece. What the hell?
well, so it's because it's different sizes. Yeah,
Oh,
so the
that's
800 one is a 500 by 600. So it's even bigger
uh-huh.
than the other ones. And
Uh-huh.
this one is a square, which I like the
Mm-hmm.
square designs because you can do a little bit more in upgrades to these. Now you can
Mm-hmm.
kind of start to square some of those I ones, but you know, this one uh, uh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. I mean,
Okay, speed 130. Good. Support filament diameter 1.75. That's level.
yeah, it's the same.
Layer thickness from 0.1 to 0.4. Okay. Offline print SD card. Cool. Support materials great. For paper size. What do you mean paper size? Fuck is that? What do you mean paper?
Hold on. Where? Paper size?
It's like when you scroll down to the statistics.
Memory card, print speed, supporting material. Oh, support paper size.
What does that even mean?
I don't know what that means. Supporting paper size.
Where you development expected power cuts. Don't worry. Hey, I'm not gonna worry.
So what is
Yay.
this guy? Color print speed? 200 by 370. The Jenny 3. Jenny 370. Jenny 340. Why do you call it the 370? Is it 370 tall? That's why it's... So there's the Z360. So if this one's 900, that one's 800. Okay. This one's
Dude, to be honest, I'm still kind of paranoid on like what would people order. I don't know what the orders are gonna be primarily. So I'm
this.
just like I'm thinking of 500 things and I don't know.
Don't. Look, man, you'll be able to do a whole lot with these printers. Just chill out. There'll only be some things that you straight up just won't be able to do. When someone asks you to do a card bumper, be like, bro, it's gonna be like $3 grand. Like, no, that ain't gonna work. You know, and these are
So
stuff.
right, so do usually people come up with an already prepared 3D model, or
It's a mix.
do you, uh
It's
so
a
it's
mix.
50-50 more or less.
It's a good mix. I had someone
Uh-huh.
pop in and say hi.
Wait, sorry, I'm not hearing you.
No, sorry, I was drinking. So dual extruder with top cover and door that can open many size nozzles. Also provide two filaments and an SD card manual. Pretty. You got any other pictures?
I'm looking at the newest Tronxy uh, XS X5 ST, the one I think that's the one
Semi-automatic.
you sent me. Yeah.
Fast. Total line
Drag
inspection.
chain design, belt adjustment. That's interesting.
Subdivision trays. Supports more functional upgrades. New filament seat for reinforced structure. What? Okay. High efficiency, hot and cooling refined. E3D improved. Ultimate Maker. Plus 2 hot end, no worry of nozzle jam. Verified cooling system will get better overhang temperatures. E3D nozzle.
Right. So the one that you sent me, the big one, trunksy one. I'm looking. If you scroll down, you can see the like examples of the models,
Mm-hmm.
double color and single color. And I'm looking at the single color, the Batman one. It's it's like, do you have to like polish it with a sandpaper after? Because it looks like very messed up. Like it's highly pixelated in a way, if we can
Batman?
call it like that.
I mean, no, that looks great, but that's just how prints look. That's how
Mm-hmm.
prints look afterwards. I mean, that's before sanding or anything, but yeah.
Right. So you have to send it. Got it. Okay.
I would imagine the size of that, probably about, I mean, it'd probably fit in your hand. I don't think it's any bigger than 4 or 5
Mm-hmm.
inches.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
Hold on,
So.
I'm looking at one last one here that looks semi-interesting. It's, um, I think you ought to just look at it. I don't know if,
Let me
oh,
take a look.
I mean, they've printed some great stuff. Holy shit. Putting that shit together looks like a pain in the dick. Yeah, so I wouldn't recommend this one,
Let me
but
take a look.
yeah, just look at it. Like, it's another interesting one to like see how the belt path is designed and how they did the printer
Mm-hmm.
in a cubic.
Mm-hmm.
A Cryon 1, Cryon 2, Cryon 3. What the fuck's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it comes plus 3. So, what about the Czech Republic? You closer to them? Poland, Spain?
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's in Europe somewhere. It's gonna be.
Interesting. Alright, how big's
The
this
cool
one?
thing with this one is software, printing software, and whatever. So you have like all the things that I actually use, which is Max. You have ZBrush, Blender.
I mean,
That's cool.
well,
Rhino is
what's,
there.
what's funny, I mean, like, all those should be able to export an STL that works with any of these other printers. So to put that on there is like saying, my car has wheels, type of thing. I don't know, it's just fluff, I think.
Yeah.
Um, this one looks pretty good too. This looks decent.
Oh my God! Look at the assembly. Oh
I
Jesus
know.
Christ.
I mean, and that's gonna be the majority of these. I just think it's funny that they put that in there because it's just like, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be a headache for any of them, brother. It will be. You'll probably wind up calling me on assembly. Some of
Mm.
these can come easily assembled, but they won't be as what. Oh no shit. All right, you gotta look at this one. You gotta see the last photo on this one though. That'll make you laugh. And this one seems like a decent one too. You might mull that one around in your head, but because it's just the price is just real nice. 450, or 400, build space. It's real big, but only what 300 USD. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's got, yeah, and this one's upgradable, a little bit.
Position accuracy on
Yeah,
X Y is Z is smaller, which is like 0.002,
yeah, that's pretty good.
and then the nozzle diameter is a little big though, like 0.4. I don't think it gives you much. Like I'm looking at it, like it's huge, especially the Groot print. It's massive, I suppose.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's a decent looking one. Ooh, Jenny printer has a resin printer. How
Maybe
big?
it's shooter.
Interesting.
Fire, shovel, tweezers. Yay! And blowers. Toolkit. Hey! It even has a wrench. Wait, what? You can actually print shoes? What? What?
I knew when you saw that you'd lose your shit. Alright, that's the last one I'm gonna send for now. But that last one's just another resin one just to kind of look at the design. Um,
Mhm.
I like
It's a
how they
pretty
kind of,
decent,
I like how they
pretty
really,
decent size.
yeah, they really open up their stuff here. But see, like if you go the resin route, you can wind up going jewelry. Jewelry can be kind of high end. If you go the resin route, you
Mhm.
might be able to break into the dental stuff later. If you stick with the FDM stuff, you might go with bigger stuff, more consumer stuff, or other industrial.
FDN,
FDM,
FDN meaning?
FDM is the fused um, deposition material. So you can just type in what does FDM mean, but FDM is all these printers that we're looking at.
Mhm.
Resin printer is the other style.
Mhm. So I'm looking at the Jenny one, like a small
So
little oven.
that's a resin
Well,
one.
all right. So again, dude, honestly,
Hmm.
it's up to you. Like I
It's up
I
to
mean,
me.
it's up to me at the end, but
Yeah,
I'm
like
literally
like like what are the best ones there? I'll look over what I just sent you
because I
real
have
quick.
like open about like 10 printers that you sent me from
Hmm.
the Quiddy one
Well, so
to
so if you're just going for ass big, that AliExpress Tron XY is a 500, 500, 600. That's fucking big. That's real big. The square one, it'll give you some good space. It's 368. Your drawback there is, it's going to come from China, so you'll be waiting, weeks for it,
Hmm.
possibly.
But
It
it's the
might, it
same
might,
if it
it might
comes
not.
from the States though.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll be waiting, weeks too for the FT6. Yeah. Well, the FT6 is pretty solid too. I mean, for the size of the FT6s, I would probably go if you got the money to buy two of those and have them shipped. I'd do that, and then go with probably two cheaper ones, like maybe this or something else. I mean, this flying ghost looks pretty dope too. Let me look at this ghost again. Okay, so there's the one flying ghost for 360.
All right. So again, just to recap, uh,
Mhm.
so the F6 I'm gonna use for bigger ones, like massive
Yeah, yeah.
models, and then at least one for smaller ones. It will be great if I have two for bigs and two for smalls. I
Mhm.
think I can actually make that. I'm gonna talk with my supposed investor. Maybe because he has like we have a span of about $4,000, and that has to be like everything: the printers, the shipping, the filaments, and maybe a small little like drills, that stuff that you're
Hmm.
gonna use for prefabrication,
Okay. Okay.
like
Okay.
cleaning up the models and all that stuff. So about 4K is in general. So the
So
F6s, two F6s plus the shipping is gonna be about 2K, right? ten
yeah.
dollars roughly, and then I'm gonna have about two more,
Let
give
me
or take.
let me do a little looking here real quick. So the Folger Tech printer size, if you got the FT6 with the dual Bowden and the Pi touchscreen, which I guess you could not go with the touchscreen if you don't want to, but
Yeah. Logically.
I mean, would you do the touchscreen or no?
No. Screw that. I don't need that. If I already, put all the right settings on my computer, I just put it on the SD, jam it in there, and fine.
Yeah. Well, you'll need at least the one LCD. So, and you run 220, right? Yeah, 220 doesn't make a difference. So yeah, that's 730. Yeah, like you said, that'd probably be right at 2,000 plus shipping.
Hmm.
I mean, the only thing that's getting you is a 700 350 by 400. That 700 wide. I'm just trying to think like how many times I could possibly have used that. Um, There's only certain things that's going to be super nice for. But I mean, if you're starting off, I think you would be better off with more rather than like two of those massive ones. I mean, those are really big, but you can grab some of these other super big ones from Alibaba too, and they're not bad. So like, I would probably, let's see, there's this Tornado 2. If you did the dual extruder from China, see that's only 680, and this is gonna give you, what else do you get out of this? Yeah, linear guides, print size 360, 360, 375. That's real nice. Is it, which one is this again? It's dual Bowden.
Maybe one F6 and two smaller ones, I suppose, would be okay. And then if I start getting
I just think the F6
models,
is. I just think it's gonna be more than like you're gonna get so many orders that won't utilize that, and like
mhm,
if you try to utilize, and I know you're gonna do that because I would do it, and anybody else with a printer that big, you're gonna try to print something that's is the size of the fucking bed, and
mhm,
it's gonna take days, and you're probably gonna
yeah,
be invested like you gotta think if you're gonna go the size of that bed, like right now, just filament cost will cost you probably $30 to $60 per print.
mhm,
So if it fucks up halfway through that, you've just pissed away like 15 to 30 bucks.
yeah,
And then plus your electricity and time. That's where it's like
mhm,
like even my first printer was a little more high precision, but it wasn't that big.
mhm,
Um, all right, that one looks nice, but
mhm.
we don't need that one.
Well,
Let's
I
see if
mean,
this goes to.
I'm not gonna do the massive model as a first. I'm gonna try smaller ones on the big F6, and then once I figure out how it all
Yeah,
works and it doesn't melt and it doesn't fuck up, then I'm gonna do something massive, just for the fucks of it.
yeah, no,
But
that
that's gonna be like after at least 10 small little models that I finally mastered the filaments and all that shit. I guess
how much is this bitch? That's
because I want to
500.
be able. I do understand what you're saying. That primarily in the beginning, the orders are very small
500.
models. I get that.
See, I mean, like this Tron XY though. I mean, it's a 500, 500, 600. So
Okay,
you're.
fuck it. I'm gonna go with that
Hold
then.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm just looking. I'm just trying to see. So this is 700, 350, 400. I mean, what is that even total? Like, if we're gonna do full volume, let me do cal. So
But I can't find the Tronics. I think I closed
if we do
the tab.
720 times 350 times 400
Oh, got it. The Tronxy.
divided by 3, right? No, I now move to 0. No, I don't know what I'm doing. How do I figure out volume of this? Uh, volume in millimeters, maybe?
Mhm. Which one are you looking
I was trying to calculate volume. I wasn't sure if, like, I think the Tron XY or the Tron X5 ST 500 is 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 larger. Oh no, it's 500, 500, 500. I thought somewhere it said 6. Where did it say that? Let me see this. Yeah, Yeah, why is it saying 600 there? Is it actually 600? Interesting. Because they put a little bit in here. You know what I would do? I would buy this, and if it's not 600, I would be like, I would bitch about
Mhm.
their,
Well, listen. I'm looking below the buy thingy, and it says buyer protection, full refund if you don't receive your
does
order,
say printing size here.
full or partial refund if the item is as described.
Well, it's just funny because up top it says 500, 500, 500, but in their description here, it says, oh, they do a quad frame out of it? That's cool. Whole machine show. Non-warping print tape, filament runner.
If you scroll down, you will see the X5 ST500 2E. It says in the brackets 2-in-1, whatever double color extruder Cyclops single head plus 500, 500, 500 plus touchscreen plus power failure resume print.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the
Yeah,
three 500s are the working area.
that's the one you want. That's
Yeah, yeah.
where did it
That's
say?
what I'm gonna be getting. Right, so screw the F6 then. If this one is open and upgradable, fuck it, I'm gonna get two of these
Mm-hmm.
instead. What's the price on these? $800?
Well, is that the
God dang it.
2E? Oh, it is the 2E, yeah. So these are all 2Es. It's just dependent on the size.
Right, so I'm gonna get two of these, and because it's from Russia, uh,
I mean, it
you
can
can
come from
apparently
China.
have. Well, yeah, but it says like somewhere in the beginning of the page, Russian. Yeah, ships from China and Russian Federation. So if it's from Russia, it's gotta be fine. It's gonna be here in about a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even less.
Yeah, this one tells me,
Right, fuck it. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the.
yeah, I would say two of those if you're wanting the
Mhm.
massive, and then
Yeah. And then two smaller ones, but which ones are gonna be the small? That's the.
so this flying bear's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
It's
flying bear. The
it's
Ghost Flying Bear Ghost 4, right?
I was looking at the Tornado 2 Pro.
Oh,
Um,
Flying Bear Tornado. Yeah, that one.
because
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
360, 360, 375, which is still bigger than an average printer.
Mm-hmm.
Semi-enclosed, which is nice. It's got the linear rails, which is nice, and you can upgrade that hot end some 24
Mm-hmm.
volt. It's got a lot of good things. 675 still a bit high though. Let's see,
I'm
because
looking at the layer thickness, which is
the Ghost,
pretty
what is
good.
it? The
Zero
Ghost,
point zero 0.05 to 0.3, which is, I guess,
yeah,
great.
yeah, it's pretty good.
And material specification is, I guess, the basic one, 1.5 millimeters in diameter. So I think the regular one.
Uh-huh.
Position accuracy on the Z-axis is great, right? Nozzle diameter for 0.4. Now that's interesting. All right, what's the difference? Look at the machine parameters.
Uh-huh.
Nozzle diameter is 0.4, but then above that you have layer thickness 0.05. So how does it go from 0.4 to 20 times smaller?
The nozzle diameter is how wide the nozzle is. Your layer thickness is height. So that's,
No,
if
no, no.
it,
I understand the layer of thickness of the model itself,
uh-huh.
right? But what do you mean nozzle diameter? Is it the nozzle? Is it the diameter that the
It's
plastic comes in, or the one that the plastic comes out?
out.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, so that's just saying what it comes with. So you can change your nozzle to a .2 or to .8 or to 1.2. You know, it just depends. You know, you do it to a 1.75, and then you're just printing the fucking filament. You know, but, but that's it. Prusa i4? What the fuck is this? Ooh.
Wait, so does it come with a piece of software on its own, or do I have to get it?
All that stuff will run on its own, don't worry. What is this thing? Do you like yellow? I'm
Alright.
surprised.
So
High
fuck it, I'm gonna
precision.
get 2 of these
Prusa
and 2 of the other ones.
More, you can choose. The 3D printer that prints itself.
I mean,
It's
I'm
so
pretty
tough.
certain that at some
20%
point, if I
tellurium,
start making
42%.
cash, I'm gonna have completely different printers. I'm gonna have at least 10 different models, maybe by 2 at some point when I start making cash.
Yeah.
I guess. Which one was the one that we were talking?
Oh,
The trunk
this
seat,
is so. This is so silly. I can't. Yeah.
and the Tornado 2. Okay.
I mean, the Tornado 2 was decent. It's still pretty dang big. I was trying to see if there's any other possible decent size but cheaper ones. 210, 210, 300 for that.
We want quality.
No, I
That's the
know.
first thing.
I know. I know. I know. That's what I'm looking for. Like yeah, run off of build space for those. Like so, which quality can be upgraded into like even more and more high quality.
Mm.
I was just trying to see. Hey, that's cool. Let's see. Um, I was just trying to see if I could find you one like under 400 that you could get like a pair of that wouldn't be a big deal.
400 to 600 is all right.
Yeah.
If it's above, it's kind of tricky. I think I can pull it off, but I'm not quite certain.
Yeah. No, I
We'll
know.
see.
I know. See, and I think too, if you get used to doing the dual into one color, that'll be a real good start for you too, because you'll have that just under your belt and being able to offer dual color stuff to people. Um, you know, a lot of people like these Prushas. This is like a copy of it. I don't really.
I think I've seen that before. Yeah, I
The
think you sent
Prushas.
me.
This is a clone to Prussia. Hmm.
This doesn't look very. Uh, the loading function needs to be used with 3D touch. Wi-Fi function needs to be used with 3D Wi-Fi. Price. Can look.
So I mean, honestly, if you just, if I think the Tronix Y would probably be. Let me see.
What is the lowest resolution it can print? That's what I want to know. Reset. There's a reset. Great listening. Oh, great. Modular arrays. Extruder wiring. Cool. Filament detector. This means that I gotta get one of those rolls with chips in it.
No, 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 no. What a filament detector means is
If it
that
if it runs out.
yeah, when it runs out.
Um,
X-ray 400, 400 touchscreen, auto leveling,
the
filament run
standard
out,
printing
power
volume.
failure. Okay.
The standard printing volume is 250 3 times. So it's alright. Open source control board software. Reach. Easy print 3D. The hell is that piece? Hmm. No Full cloud slicer. Three 3D models. I don't want three 3D models. Hmm. Where is the minimum resolution? Where can I find it? Can't see it. Printing at the accuracy of 1.0.1, which is the one layer thickness.
458, 438. Oh, cool. What's what's, oh, wait, there's, see, you gotta be careful too. So, like, and I don't know if this is different for you, but I'm gonna send you two different links from two different sellers of the same printer on
Mm,
AliExpress. Because, you know, one company can buy from the manufacturer and then just repost on there, and he might be getting a better deal, so he might be selling it for a better price than even the manufacturer. But like for
mm,
me, out of those two printers right there,
mm,
when I'm looking at the highest end model of the two, there's like a $28 price difference, but there's a
mm.
$300 shipping for one and free shipping for the other.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
So the first one I sent is 430 bucks with
Mm-hmm.
380 shipping, or the other one is 460 free shipping.
Mm-hmm. Wait, where are you seeing free ship?
It just says shipping.
Please select the country. Wait,
So you might have to select your country and figure that out. So yeah, figure that out on the
I
shipping.
can't I can't click on the select the country. Okay.
You want to ship from, so you gotta hit like China or something, I guess.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you go to the.
Cannot deliver to the United States. That's understandable. I'm not,
Well, there's certain drones you can't get delivered to the United States because they're too big. It's fine though.
the supplier shipping company. God damn it!
Hmm?
It's not free shipping for my country. Can't even. God damn it! What about the other one?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! The Czech Republic. Let's see what the Czechs. I mean, goddamn Czechs, man. Yeah, they don't even have my country here. The fuck? We're neighbors, you ding dongs. Oh wait, they have it. Okay. Oh shit! Free shipping. Hee.
See, so
4 to 7 days. What?
so I might
What?
recommend getting like two of the smaller ones and then one of the big ones, and then you'll have all Tronix Ys, and you know you'll have these two nicer ones, and I love these. These are, you know, I got two of these guys. I have older models than these ones actually. These are the updated ones. Um, Mine are 330, 330 by 400. These are 400, 400, 400, and then you'll.
Wait. Process everything. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Okay. So the trunks is the smaller
It's
prints,
275.
higher details, right?
Hmm.
The ones that you sent me, the X5S, right?
Yeah, you want the
Those are for the
X5SA.
smaller.
Go.
What? Sorry.
I would go for the X5SA, but yeah, no, this will still be a big printer. It's still a bigger printer than what I'm having, but you can do. I mean, this is big in small prints. You can do small prints on it, but I would, you know, I think this is pretty nice. As
Mm,
far as base goes. So if you got like two of those bitches, um, and then maybe one of the even bigger ones, you know, you'd probably be pretty set right there for your first three, and you
mhm,
might even have enough cheddar to get you, you know, one more real small one, you know, or something like that.
mhm, mhm.
But I think because that'll keep, because what is that? Yeah, you could do one big one and two small ones, all free shipping, and that puts you at what, right there under 2,000, and then I would probably load up on 3D printer filament.
Okay, wait. Okay, so the Tronxy, the one that you sent me,
Hmm.
Tronxy X5S. do-it-yourself 3D print. I can't see the A one
It's
here.
okay, so when you go from ship from and then you pick color, it's the one furthest to the right.
Oh, the X5. Oh wait, I can't.
If you hover over the color, you'll it'll
No, no,
light
I
up.
am at the color, but the
Yeah,
only
babe.
option,
Okay, I'll be up there in a minute. Do
the
it.
only option for color is the first one, X5. I can't click on the
Did
X5S
you
or
choose
the
Russia?
X. Or,
Try shipping
no,
China.
I checked Czech Republic, and the
Well,
Czech Republic only does
on this
like if I
very
go
list
from
when I sent you.
China, if I go to China, I can order the last one, but the delivery is $250, and
Really?
it's gonna be about a month. Yeah.
The X5SA is. Oh, that's lame. Even on this
Hmm.
center one.
No,
See,
no,
it's
no, no.
for me
China.
on this here. I'll just send you a link of what it gives me on this one. I
No,
don't
just
have the
print screen. Print
it.
screen. No,
It
because if I click on the Czech Republic one, the first one, and if I go to China, I can order all three of those. Like I have these options.
yeah.
I don't know why though. It makes no damn sense.
Yeah, see, for me, it's free to the U.S. Um, interesting. Hmm. So what
So
about
it's
on?
still gonna be 700 per piece.
Well, that's if you ship that one. Hold on. I mean, the X5 is still fine. The X5S is it just has the nicer versions. On the big one, when you're looking at those, does it tell you shipping on those?
Give me a second. I'm gonna click on the Czech Republic. No, God damn it! I fucked up. God. All right, let me refresh the page. All right, Czech Republic.
Holy
Come on,
shit.
bitch. Nope, nope. It's just the first one, the X5, and it's not changing the specifics below, like when you scroll down. So I don't know exactly the difference between the first one, the second, and the third one.
But it's not on all those. It's here. Look at. Uh, what about this one?
So many pages.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably delete them.
So, so, okay, Ender Spain. Huh.
Can you get
Nice.
that one ship
So
free?
if I go to Germany, now see the thing is with the last one that you sent me,
Hmm.
Tronxy X5 SA, it's not giving me any other options to choose from models. I think that's the last one. Uh, cannot deliver. All right, so Germany cannot deliver to here. China does that, but it's yeah. Oh, wait, shit. What? So China free ships to here via DHL for
So
20
this
days? Wait, what? Wait. So I can get that for $300 with free delivery from China?
now this one's
The
slightly
fuck?
smaller than the other ones, but this is the exact size that I have, and it's still big. This is still a big printer. Like it's considered bigger than what the average person has, even at this size.
Wait,
But these guys
wait.
specialize in making big ass fucking printers. All right, so if you can get that one, put that one down preliminarily as a solid one. Check check this next one. So this is the 400. See if you can get this last one uh, sent free. I'm gonna go hop in the shower. I'll be right back. If you're
No,
gonna
no,
stay.
no, wait.
What up?
Holy shit, it's free shipping to Bulgaria from China, but it's gonna come here in about 20 days.
I mean, if you're willing to wait, I'd say that's bang for your buck. Think about it.
Okay, wait. So the last one that you sent me, the Tronxy 400, is that it? Like
Yeah.
the S5A 400. Oh. So that's for that. So that's for smaller models with high def.
I mean,
And then,
it's just slightly bigger than the other one. Can you get that one sent or no?
well, the last one that you sent me is free shipping from China via DHL.
Oh, okay. So if you want, so look at the price difference on the two of those. If you want to spend the difference to have a little bit bigger, you know, go for it.
It's about $80, so it's not that big of a deal.
Ooh, this one comes with Wi-Fi. Hold on. The Wi-Fi stuff is very nice, and anybody that has the Wi-Fi, the only complaint is that they didn't do it sooner. Like honestly, that's it. Like it's interesting. So let me see. What size is this one? This is a 300. I wonder what they're using for their Wi-Fi control. 9 new upgrades. Wi-Fi, completed wire connection, quality pulley upgrade, touch screen, quality stepper motor, auto leveling, double fan designs, Bowden extruder, filament run out. Uh, eh. I don't
Wait,
see
so
that as.
both of those that you sent me are the same model of Tronxy,
Uh-huh.
different prices with like difference is literally $4. Free shipping from China. Um,
Yeah, it's weird
yeah,
how, what factory or reseller or whatever has this
yeah,
or where they, because the difference with some of this is too, is even though this is a China site and that a lot of this stuff originated in China, like it says, shipped from Russia Federation, this shit's sitting in warehouses across the U.S.
mm-hmm.
So it's different from each buyer on where their warehouse is.
Right. No, I'm literally looking at they have a little bit different name, like a name tag, but
Hmm.
it's basically the same model. It's 5SA 400, I guess. That's like, there's no other difference. The same picture,
The four,
so
yeah,
it should be the same thing. Yeah.
well, the 400 is gonna have a little bit bigger build area than that
Yeah, yeah,
330.
no, no,
Yeah, yeah.
I got that. I got that. I
See
got
if you
that.
can get that one shipped for you, this last one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, free shipping. Same thing. Same price. All of those three have free shipping. This one, the one that you sent me, has a Wi-Fi connection.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. And it's not like, oh, dang it. All right, I'll repay.
Well, what's blue on it is just an insert. I didn't even put those in on one of mine.
Mm-hmm. Fine, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Really, I
Yeah.
don't care about the price. As a matter of fact, my whole apartment is.
Yeah,
Okay,
you'll
cool.
have to tag some photos. All right. Well, I'm gonna go shower if you're here when I'm back. Awesome. If
All
not,
right, look.
is
Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. Honestly, the moment I start making cash, I'm gonna be sending you a bottle of Jack. I swear to God.
sweet.
The least I can do. Seriously.
Oh, hey, what about this one? See. Oh, it's the S. That's why it's so cheap.
Wait.
So
All right, all right.
I
So,
have this one. This isn't the A, but you can see that it's even cheaper.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
So if you want to, yeah, like if you're
No, no,
just,
no.
yeah,
I'll go with the big one.
well, just I mean that one, it's still the same size. It's just a little bit older in that.
And then I guess you had to upgrade to Wi-Fi and all that stuff.
Yeah, if you wanted the Wi-Fi, like I don't have the Wi-Fi upgraded on mine. I bought that 200 one, but the touch screen and the auto leveling, those are nice functions, and I don't have those either.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're
Mm-hmm.
paying for that. You would be paying for those as upgrades on yours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it, got it, got
But
it, got it.
that's nice.
Okay. So screw the flying bear, I guess. Is that it?
Mhm. Hmm.
Okay. Screw the flying bear, and then I guess which one was the big one then? We stopped on one of the big ones. So
So
this
there's
one, the one that we're looking at for the smaller details, high def, and then we're talking about something massive,
well, yeah, there's
which was
the 500.
same Tronxy, same company.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
Let's see.
uh-huh. But did we stop on the Tronxy for the big one or
Hold on.
different?
Well, the I don't remember if you could get that one free or not. Let me look at this one. There's a couple different ones.
I'm
Man,
looking at the
this one
500
says
one,
they
to
have it
be
in
honest.
Turkey. Um,
Uh, oh shit! Wait. I can actually wait. I can actually
look at
get
the
it for
look at
free.
this look at this last one here, because you might be able to get that one free. That's 780. Cyclops 2-1.
Give me a sec.
The motherfucker's huge. I'm
How can you not deliver to? You know what? Fuck it. I'm literally gonna go buy it. Fuck it. It's gonna be fine. I'm actually gonna go watch a
Well, hey,
movie
look.
in Istanbul and fine.
There's lots of other of these 500s out here. We can probably find one that ships to you. Look, this one's 680. It's even cheaper. It's even got a EU. Here, see if you can get this one cheaper. It only comes with EU plugs, anyways.
Wait. So dang it.
That says
No, but
shipping.
what's the difference? That if they have the same nozzle, what's the difference?
Hmm.
Like if the 400 has the same nozzle as the 600, what's the difference? One of them just have a bigger area, right?
Yeah.
Well then,
Yeah. Well, everything's got to be bigger when you wind up doing that. Your cable chain becomes longer. All your wires become longer. Your aluminum frame is longer. Your fucking screws are longer. Your belts are longer. All that, and the long belts are generally the most expensive jump. Um, you know, and
hmm.
that one looks great. But yeah,
No, this
if you
one
can,
delivery on this $400. So screw that.
400, yeah, no. But yeah, just look at if you type in, and I'll just give you the link to what I typed in. Just look through those and see if you see any of those that um, ship to your house free.
Mhm.
Um, Otherwise, I would just say go with those other Tron ones and get used to running those. You'll have plenty of space to upgrade on them. And then what we can probably do is when my buddy finishes up, he's just finished up his printer. He's making a custom motherboard for it. So as soon as
Mhm.
that gets done and made, it'll be a 20-inch printer, which I believe will be that 500 or even bigger. I forget what. Let me see what
Mhm.
20 inches is in millimeter.
20 inches is about 400 acres.
Is it millimeter? So 20 inches is 500.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, that's comparable. But he'll be able to make his even bigger. So if you wanted one even bigger, like the 700 or something like that, we can build that kit out for you, test the thing, and then
Mhm.
send you out a kit, at the end of summer when you're making some good money or whatever. But
That's even great, man. That's great. So I'll start with two small ones, like the two
yeah.
400 ones, and then at some point I'm gonna
Well,
like
I would
if you
probably
don't.
get if I would get. I mean, it's maybe if these are just what 400 or 500 bucks or whatever they are. Get or 3 to 4 of them, because I mean then you'll be able to do more. I mean two's a good start, especially with those other ones. But with these being cheaper, I would say go ahead and get 3 to 4. That way, if like one has a problem, it's not like you only got one running. And even if two have
All
a
right.
problem,
Okay.
you still
Okay.
got
Okay.
two running. But then you would want to look up 1 kg 1.75. Um, yeah, now this will just be different. So I don't know. You'll just have to kind of scroll through here and then see what's free shipping for you. And I
No,
would
no. Good. Good.
recommend spending under $15 a roll if you can. You know, under 20 would still be nice. I mean, here's one for 10. This shit's $10 a roll.
Yeah, I can't open that because I haven't read Express. I still don't have an account there. Right? So I'll see the links, but I'm gonna start with the 400 ones because apparently I found some shippings. They're gonna come here in about 20, 22 days or so.
Yeah. Well,
So
order filament at the same time if you're gonna get it
oh yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna get
No, no,
that
no,
from
we have
them.
we have filament here
Well,
in
Alibaba might be
in my,
cheaper if you're buying
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
true, true.
yeah, if you're buying in bulk and you're waiting on the printers, you might as well, and you got the extra, 500 bucks, get 10, 20, 30 rolls or something like that of white, black, and like
Hmm.
red, the main colors you're gonna use, and
Hmm.
you know, I would run it like that. White and black will
Let's
be
see if they
probably the
deliver
most
it.
used, and then probably red, blue after that.
Yeah, yeah, green maybe or something. Like that.
And see, with me in the U.S., all this shit is now tariffed, so I'm having to pay tariff charges, or they have to lie about it coming over, which is fine. I don't give a shit about that. But it makes this
Mm-hmm.
filament more difficult and more expensive for me. So for
Mm-hmm.
you, a deal might be different or cheaper or shipping free when it's not for me. Um, here's
Mm.
some stuff for 13. Yeah, 1310. Um,
What
yeah,
the hell?
if you can find shit
Like
for.
for one roll, like if I order from China, it
Mhm.
costs like the $10 roll costs $100 to deliver in a month. What?
Well, that's just because it doesn't make any sense. I
Christ.
missed it. Dude kept me on. I kept trying to leave. He's like, no, no, no. What?
Dude, go, go, go. It's fine, it's
I'm
fine, it's
helping.
fine. You've helped me more than enough with.
Well, it's too late now. I missed it. I'm helping him out, starting his business over in Europe, figuring out exactly what printers to purchase and whatnot. So,
Yeah, the one that you send me, like it takes about $30 per roll, so I'll find it. I'll find it. The filament is gonna
yeah, no,
be the
just look
easiest thing.
through and find what's cheap. I mean, Amazon. You can look on Amazon too if you can get shit on Amazon cheap.
Hmm. Yep, 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 yep.
No.
All right, man. I'm gonna get the two 400s, and later on I'll probably order at least one small. And if I start making cash, I'm gonna get one of yours. Like one, I'm gonna order one from you. Maybe even
Yeah.
two massive ones, like 2 meters after two on
Well,
two
yeah.
meters
If
on
you
two
got a little
meters.
more, I might say get three. But yeah, no. Two's a good start. I just know if one
Maybe,
has a
maybe,
problem with the
maybe,
deal.
maybe I'll even get three small, three 400.
Yeah, that would probably be real good. Or maybe just one, you get one 400, two of the 300, 300, 400s, something like that,
Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Well, I'll talk to you
okay.
later, brother. I'm gonna get to work.
See you, bro. Thanks a bunch, honestly.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.